Hi. Okay, we're gonna make this video fast because it's kind of cold outside, but I can't film inside because the lighting's better out here and my brother's watching a show and it's loud by where I want to film. So, Trail of Tears. You should have watched the YouTube video and done that assignment yet already, so that should give you a pretty good background of what's happening. But basically, let's go over a couple points here. The Cherokee Indians lived on this land that was really valuable for farming. So the people of Georgia and the settlers in the surrounding states wanted that land for themselves so they could farm and make a ton of money. Also, they found gold on that land. Okay, so the settlers are like, yeah, get the Indians out so we can have that land ourselves. They wanted it. Okay, so they're like, yeah, Indians, you need to leave. This is going to be our land now. And the Indians are like, what? We've lived here for thousands of years. You can't just kick us out. Okay, maybe thousands exaggeration. Hundreds of years. You can't just kick us out. And the settlers are like, yeah, watch us. Okay, so they're like, hey, Indians, you have to go. And they get President Jackson and the Congress of the time to pass an act called the Indian Removal Act. So what this act did was that it forced the Indians to leave their homeland, which was really good, nice, lovely farming land, and forced them to move way out west into land that was very dry and not so great for farming. Okay, so the president and Congress signed that. Then the Cherokees were like, this is unconstitutional. You can't just force us from our homes. So the Indians take it to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court's like, yeah, you're correct. This is unconstitutional. President Jackson, you can't do this. President Jackson literally went, like is recorded to say back to the Supreme Court, he said, Justice Marshall made that decision, so let him enforce it himself. Which is not okay. Once the Supreme Court says something's unconstitutional, you can't do that anymore. But President Jackson was like, I can do what I want. And he did. So he sent the army in and forced all of those Native Americans out of their land. Said, okay, you have to leave. And if they didn't leave, they could get like hurt or killed from the army. Okay, so they forced thousands of them out west. So what this Trail of Tears is the trail that they went on to go move out west. You can see the map on that slide. And it's called the Trail of Tears because it's the trail where they cried. Like they cried all the way walking there because it was so upsetting to them. It was very horrible conditions. It was really, really cold when they left. A lot of them starved. A lot of them got sick and they couldn't get better. And so 2,000 of them died on the trail out west. It was a pretty sad, pretty messed up time, especially because the Supreme Court said, you can't do this. And President Jackson basically said, like, watch me. Like, I'm going to do it. So, kind of messed up. All right, your hidden gem is, oh, finally stopped. Wind stopped blowing. This is your hidden gem. They have this cool raft. Your hidden gem is what animal is this? He's my favorite. He kind of got deflated. He's huge, though. He's this big toucan raft. See? And you can literally fit 3 people on him. He's the best. Toucan raft. That's your hidden gem.